What's up, players? Welcome to Completely Consensual, Episode 2, right here on Chip2 Gaming. I'm your host, Mike Doherty, and alongside me today is the San Francisco treat himself, Eli Shaw.
Yeah.
All right, nailed it.
That's a great nickname. Wow. Thank you. That's you listening, Noah? That's my nickname from now on.
Noah, you fucking listen up. Now, just to get this out of the clear, welcome to Chip2 Gaming.
Thank you.
Fucking GridLife Digest is dead.
Really?
Dead to you.
It is?
He's left you, Noah. He's come over to Chip2 Gaming. He's now an employee without the pay part. So, I mean, things get a little sticky there.
You didn't pay me enough before. Now I'm getting
bastard.
paid even nothing.
There we go. Even trade.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Go check out GridLife Digest. Of course, plug your stuff right now. So give me the pitch.
All right.
GridLife Digest. Why tune in every week?
GridLife Digest is a culture gaming podcast. We put culture first because while we do, all of us love games. We try to sprinkle in other stuff so we don't put off everyone else, you know. It's just cool friends hanging out, talking about whatever. If something is serious, we talk about serious stuff sometimes. Or we can just talk about, I think we talked about, like, our first, like, sexual experiences or something.
Okay, knocking boot style.
Yeah, check that out. Shout out to Noah and the Fish Hatchery. You'll know when you listen.
What episode is that? I want to actually go check it.
That's episode 10, or you can listen to our volume 1. Volume 2 coming out soon.
Oh, okay. Sex cast.
The sex cast.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into it. No, Knocking Boots growing up was, for those of you who don't know, Knocking Boots was an IGN podcast.
Yeah.
That was like dating and relationship advice. It was my favorite podcast. Like, it was like my podcast of all podcasts. That, like, whenever they like released one, like, I was on it.
I never listened to that, actually.
It's so good. Go back and listen.
Don't you have to pay for it?
The newer ones. The older ones,
okay.
Go back, check it out. It's like IGN, like circa like 2012.
Damn.
10, 11.
Okay.
So, like, really old, and like it's so good. But so their show's structured similar to ours, that we just talk about whatever. Completely Consensual is all about just a conversation. We're just gonna have a conversation. Sometimes it's the theme, sometimes they're not. I'm actually having my roommate Jaime on either in between this episode and the one that we just put out, or after this one, before the Nick DiPaolo episode, which is a game dev I'm having on next week.
Cool.
And we're just gonna talk about drag queens. And then just like, our conversations.
Me?
No,
you and me?
No. With the Jaime. So I'm just letting like everyone know that, like, this is not always going to be games.
Cool.
There are going to be episodes where it's going to be like we talk about comedy, or we're going to talk about like serious stuff, like you're saying. We'll have a sex cast, you know.
Yes.
Or like you always need a sex cast.
Every podcast needs a sex episode. Like, come on.
So good. Come on, people.
Everyone wants to know. Eventually.
Everyone needs the nose. Yeah, so I mean, my roommate Jaime, he's a weird character, but like our conversations always go all over the place, from like everything, just like the state of like our world right now, and then like he's super into drag queens, and I've never
It's
understood.
shitty, by the way.
Yeah, super shitty.
Yeah,
but I've never understood drag queens or like the appeal of them, so like I just want to sit him down and just like explain this to me, because it's something I don't fully understand.
Have you seen RuPaul's Drag Race?
This is something he watches, like, the day it comes, like because we have cable, so he's like there, like when it releases.
Because it's so good.
Okay, so a drag fan.
I'm a Drag Race fan. I mean, I'm not into the drag world. Not like I don't want to be. I just am not into it.
Because you hate everybody who drags.
No. I live in San Francisco. I've experienced a lot of drag just walking around. RuPaul's Drag Race, man. Ivy Winters.
Ivy Winters. Shout
Ivy
out to
Winters. You'll get it if you get it.
You'll know if you know. And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
You know. Eli.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have you on, one, because I love you. You're an awesome person. I was on GridLife Digest, so go check out that episode. I don't know.
You were. It was a good episode.
Go check out their stuff. There's some good boys over there.
Oh.
But game of the year.
Yeah.
2017. It was a lot that came out.
It was a great year. Hard to pick any list that's not over like 15 games, you know?
Yes, I mean so much. Like like looking back, in your opinion, what is a year that not so much rivals but comes close? Like the closest year that comes close to 2017. Because in my mind, only one really, and I think that's like 2008, I believe, when BioShock came out. I know that year. I remember that year. It was huge. And then 2012 too. But like those games weren't like amazing. They were fun games because that's when Sony was releasing a game every month.
Okay.
An exclusive every month, like Twisted Metal, Starhawk. You know those deep cuts where they're awesome games, but they weren't like game of the year. In your opinion, in your lifespan of gaming, what's the closest year that has come close to 2017?
I really can't pick a year. Like, I guess I wasn't really paying attention too much back in like the early years because I was just a kid and I played games whenever they came out. Yeah. But I don't know. Nothing I can think of. I guess if you said 2012 was when Sony was putting out games every month or so, right?
Yeah.
Is that when they put out like Resistance 3?
Yeah, I think that was a year before. When did Resistance 3 come out? We need a producer to look things up.
Yeah. If that's around that time, then I guess
the year of
one
Resistance
of those.
3?
Yeah.
Big Resistance fan?
I'm a big Resistance fan.
Okay.
Resistance Fall of Man, first PS3 game I ever played, and that shit blew my mind as like a little, I think it was like 10. And HD graphics, man. Can't be beat.
Blown away. 3 was so good. I played 1, couldn't get into it. Played all the way through 2. Had a good time.
Yeah.
And then 3 was when I was like, man, this needs, why aren't more people playing this? And by that time it was too late. It was dead.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Bring it back, guys.
Bring back Resistance.
Doesn't need to be Resistance 4. Just do whatever you want to do with it.
#resist. All right, Eli. So can we definitively say that 2017 was like the best year in gaming?
That I can think of, yes.
It was fucking phenomenal. So let's go through what are your game of the years? And I'm not saying just like best like like this. We're not the Academy here. We're not here picking like, oh, this is like the best indie like screen read story in the world.
We're not
like,
fancy here.
Yeah, we're not. We're just some average Joes over here. Right?
Yeah,
we're just some dudes.
We're the real gamers out here.
Some real gamers out here. The real people. The blue collar workers.
We're the dirt.
The dirt. I don't know if I like how that sounds.
Okay.
What were your personal game of the years?
Okay, so let's see what came out.
We could do 5. I guess top 5 and
top
game
5
of the year, like your favorite game of 2017.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess top 5. In no order. I can't remember the order I put them in. But so Uncharted Lost Legacy came out of nowhere. It didn't really come out of nowhere. We've been wanting more Uncharted since Uncharted 4. We thought this was going to be just a DLC or something. You know, that's what they put it out as at the beginning. But the way it was fully formed into its own, like, pocket story that was set aside from everything was just so perfect. Like, yeah, you got spoilers. You got Sam in it. And so you do have that connection to Sam and Nadine. So you do have the connection to Uncharted 4, but still, it can be so standalone. Like,
it really could. And that whole game, like, we were, when they first announced, like, oh, there's going to be a story DLC, we were expecting, like, Left Behind, like, the 3-hour, like, Naughty Dog story DLC where it just kind of adds on, not too much action. But this is a full-fledged Uncharted game. Like, it's a little shorter than the average Uncharted game, but it's longer than a lot of games that come out today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For the price that it came out at, it's more bang for your buck than a lot of things. And just the fact that we got Uncharted, like a mini open world in Uncharted, I'll never forget that whole chapter. And, like, yeah, you don't have to do anything in the open world stuff, like collect all the treasures or whatever, the coins, but I did it. And I got a stupid bracelet, but it was fun.
Of course, I mean, that's what all the Uncharted is. I mean, that's what trophies in general are.
Yeah.
Just stupid things that you do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so the fact that a game will make you want to do that, I think speaks leaps and bounds to a game. Yeah, just so you know, this whole episode is going to be so spoiler-filled. I'll put a little disclaimer in the beginning, but we're just going to go and just fucking unpack this whole year.
Cool.
Just dissect it. Just guts deep.
No holding back.
No hold bar. So, yeah. So Uncharted.
So we got Uncharted.
Which me personally, I was like not disappointed, but like it's kind of exactly what I expected. Which I kind of wanted to blow me away a little more. I had a good time. It was an awesome, fun Uncharted story.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Golden Abyss, in a sense.
I could see that.
Yeah, just kind of a fun like little spin-off story that's not like, of course, like game like this like. Game Awards taking like all the awards.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, those guys just know how to make it like a.
It's
fun
more
story.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and there's nothing bad about Naughty Dog.
No. So besides Uncharted, I think I put for sure Mario Kart 8. I know that's kind of like that game came out 2 years ago.
Fuck
whatever.
those people. The Wii U doesn't exist.
Who owned a Wii U?
No one fucking owned a Wii U. More people owned a Vita than a Wii U, and that should say a lot about the people who fucking owned a Wii U.
R.I.P. to both of those things.
R.I.P. to Vita. No one cares about Wii U. Garbage.
Yeah. So Mario Kart 8, got to put it on there. So much fun. It was the reason why I bought a Switch, to be honest. After playing with just anyone at Kind of Funny Live 3 who wanted to hand off their other Joy-Con to play Mario Kart with people, like I was in from like the get-go, and damn, that shit was so fun.
It's so smart just how they like marketed the Switch. I mean, first of all, we're getting this is fairly new. We're getting Donkey Kong for Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, that's what really sold me on it, because I love Donkey Kong games. Like I love platformers and I love Donkey Kong, and I'm actually more excited about the Wii U port of Donkey Kong than I was about a brand new Mario game.
I could see that.
It's just more of the same. But I wanted to play Tropical Freeze so bad because it's such a different, unique like Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
But you had to own Wii U.
There's so many Wii U games that I wanted to play so bad, but like I'm not gonna buy a Wii U.
See, and you had to draw a line in the sand. You're like, okay, I'm not buying this Nintendo. You fool me once.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. And that's why I still haven't bought a Switch, which I am eventually going to crack. It's going to be in like the next month.
Well, I mean, Dark Souls, Donkey Kong, plus whatever, I don't know, Project Octopath Traveler.
I still have to play like Zelda, which part of the reason I'm getting a Wii U is because the amount of games that they've cranked out on the system so far. I feel having this Game of the Year discussion, I have a huge hole in my like experience of 2017 because of course I didn't play Zelda, I didn't play Splatoon, I didn't play ARMS, and I didn't play Mario Kart. I mean, I didn't play
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
No, I didn't play Zelda either, so that's not going to be on my list. Not that it's bad or anything, I just didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got Uncharted, we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is so fun. Play with your family. That's the real family game of the year. Mario Odyssey isn't a family game. That's a single player, one person game.
Yeah.
Shots fired to the Game Awards. Sorry.
Yeah. Jeff Keighley.
No. He put on a good show. Let's see. I'm trying to go through. I made a definitive list. I can't really remember what else I put on there. Horizon. Duh.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Whoo boy. Talk about polish on a game, you know?
I mean, I adored that game. That game was so much fun, but there was just something about it where it was like, it wasn't fully pulling me in until about halfway through. Like I had to force myself to play that game until like about halfway through, and then it really like clicked with me. Like when you started learning more about like the world. And like how
like the world before?
Yeah, the world before.
Okay,
like when you start getting deeper into like, oh shit, like humans fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they created these robot dinosaurs to fight these wars for them, and they turned against them, and they destroyed the whole planet. Like that's so realistic, especially when you look around the world today and you have like
Roombas.
These crazy ass. Did you say Roombas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it all starts.
It all starts with the Roombas. The army of Roombas slowly coming down the street, just chugging at a cool pace of a half a mile.
Like the first killer robots are just gonna be giant Roombas sucking us
Nice.
up into a bag and then destroying us, or I don't know.
That's all I take.
I don't have a Roomba. I don't know how it works, but that's how I imagine.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just powered off magic.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's so relevant today to how crazy some of this robot technology is like getting to where it's like all. Have you seen all the Boston Dynamic videos of like the robots, and it's like
when they kick the
guys
dog,
kicking like the bowl over.
Yeah,
it's like, man,
big fan of those.
It's not.
It's scary.
It's not gonna end good for us.
No, yeah. Once they put like weapons on that thing, we're done.
It's gonna be exactly like Horizon Zero Dawn. They're
Exactly.
they're gonna turn against us because the whole point of a AI is like existence is to be as sufficient as it can. And then when they get smart enough, they're gonna realize the only insufficiency, like when they're good enough, the only insufficiency is like humans, because we're insufficient creatures, and that's when the shit starts getting real.
That's when for all you nerdy people out there,
and you Roomba lovers,
we're gonna make Ultron one day, and we're fucked.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that's how it's gonna go.
There's so many warnings just in the past 30 years or so. You know, start with Terminator up until
every movie ever has told us
yeah,
not to do this. Even the fucking smartest guys in the world in today's world are saying, hey, probably should be careful about this AI thing.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, no, it's all right, dude. We got this.
We played Horizon. We know.
We
just
know
shoot them with
ends,
a bow. Like, it's not that hard.
It's just robot dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Sir. No, I mean, have you seen that thing where it's like some university set up these two AIs to talk to each other, and the other one. The other one
terrifying.
Started. Both of them were talking to each other, and then after a little while, they made their own language.
I heard that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they started. They couldn't decipher the language, so they just pulled the plug on them, and then hopefully fucking burn those computers down.
Yeah, I hope so. Again, Ultron.
It's happening.
It's happening.
So it's weird times. So that's why like Horizon Zero Dawn is like such a cool concept, because like the story is such like Aloy, as much as I didn't like I didn't think she was like an amazing character.
She's not great, but
yeah, she's not like she's not like Nathan Drake, where you're like, oh
no,
my God,
yeah,
I love this character. Like it's like very much like, okay, like you're kind of the vehicle to learn more about like this world. But I think it was a cool idea that like she was put in place to like stop this. Like this was like
her destiny.
Yeah, like this was their defense to like bring Earth back to normal.
I guess I didn't really get too much of this story. Towards the end, I kind of blew through it because I just wanted to finish it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that it's bad or anything. I was just like, I got to finish Horizon before I start something else.
Yeah.
And I guess I kind of missed a little bit of the backstory, of Aloy and why she's a clone or whatever.
Yeah, it's so weird. But like, man, it's such a good game.
It's fun. It's so fun. That's all I can say.
I know. I mean, really, that is all you can really say about the game. I know people have a problem with it because, like, in comparison to Zelda, you can't like climb every mountain like you can in Zelda.
No,
but, I mean,
yeah,
it's so fun just going and just killing time, taking down dinosaurs.
Yeah,
like these robotic dinosaurs and like hitting their weaknesses and like, it's a good time.
It's really kind of a light RPG. Like, it doesn't go too deep into anything, and really, it's more about just gameplay and fun and killing robots. You know, you're not really too worried about stats and, oh, I'm dying of this poison, I need this kind of potion or whatever. It's just kill robots, pick up some plants to heal yourself. You know, no big deal.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Brush it off.
Yeah.
All right. Next on your list.
Next on my list, I forget what my fourth one is, so we'll just not talk about that one.
Okay.
Number one on my list, though, Mario Odyssey.
Okay. So this is your personal game.
My personal game of the year was Mario Odyssey, and it's surprising that I picked that one because I'm not a Mario fan necessarily. I played like a tiny bit of Galaxy, and that's really my entire 3D Mario history.
Yeah.
So I was I was kind of more like, all right, I'm riding the hype a little bit because I don't really care much about Mario, but a lot of people do. And if this looks good to them, then it's probably going to be really good. And the more I like learned about it, that it was mostly like just collecting moons and stuff, I was a little put off because I don't know, I'm not really a collectathon kind of guy.
Yeah.
But just playing it and it's fun. Like my top games are all fun games, you know. It's not like groundbreaking. Oh, this story is about the
like we're not, like I said, we're not the Academy. We're not here to pick like what is like the groundbreaking trailblazing games of like the century. Like we're here for,
I'm sure Hellblade was great and did a lot for a lot of people,
I still have to go back and play that.
Yeah,
that's one of the games I still have to. I started Wolfenstein 1 out of via your guys' recommendation.
Yes, good.
Because I want to play 2 so bad. So getting there, chugging along.
It's Wolfenstein. I didn't play Old Blood, which was like the DLC, but 1, and I'm like a little bit into 2. God, wow.
It's fucking machine games, man. Yeah,
they shouldn't be so good. But anyway, back to Mario. Another game that shouldn't be so good, but it is just so good.
Good job, Reggie.
Good job. Just collecting moons, it's not something that seems fun, but it really is that I don't know, something in your brain is just like, oh, I see that, I'm supposed to get it, but I can't just walk over there and get it. Let me figure out how to do it. Like, just constantly barraging you with that feeling is something I guess I haven't really had in a game in a long time. And maybe it's because a lot of Nintendo games do it and a lot of non-Nintendo games don't do it that well. And I just haven't played Nintendo games in a long time. So it's like, it's that itch that I needed scratched. But just, I don't know. I don't really care much for Mario. I'm more of a Luigi guy, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curveball.
Yeah.
What do you like about Luigi?
He's just cool. Like, he's tall.
He's a cool man.
Yeah, he seems more proportional than Mario.
Luigi seems like a kind of guy you just want to sit down and have a beer with.
I think so. Maybe it's more Waluigi.
Okay, yeah.
Luigi's just like...
Waluigi's the kind of guy you're like, I don't want you around my kids. Like that.
No, I don't want him around my kids, but I'll hang out with him like at his house. Well, he can like destroy stuff over there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luigi just seems like the cooler guy. Like the more realistic type. Like Mario's the hero and, sorry, Mario, I can't live up to you. But Luigi's like, yeah, I'm a plumber. My brother does stuff, but I mostly plumb stuff.
Have you ever thought about writing Luigi fanfic? Because I feel like you'd be really good at it.
No. My thing with fan fictions is that in my head they just somehow turn sexual, and I'm not.
That's what's at the center of every good fan fiction.
I'm not good at sexual writing. I don't have a great imagination when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess you do unlock a Luigi outfit in Mario Odyssey, so that's cool. And then so you collect moons, and you're like, all right, that's the whole point of it is collecting moons to move on to the next thing. But there's also there's coins for each world, which are totally optional. Pretty much everything's optional, but like the coins in the world just unlock new outfits, and like unlocking outfits is so fun. I don't know why.
No.
I don't know why this game is so fun, but it just is, and that's why it's my game of the year.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be really striking a chord with a lot of people is that it's just like you said, a lot of it's optional, but yet you want to do all the optional stuff. And if a game could get you to do things that aren't necessary in the game, I think the game's won.
Yeah.
Like I think the game has done a good job of being a fantastic game when you're wanting to do stuff outside of what you're supposed to do to like end the game. Also what's nice about it is you go like with the coins to unlock like costumes and stuff. It's not loot crates.
No. Yeah,
which is really awesome, especially in this day and age to where it's like, oh, okay, I can actually do this in game. Like it might be hard, it might take me a couple hours to get that coin, but I'm not buying it with my own money to get the Luigi costume.
And you're like it's very goal oriented. Everything about this game is goal oriented. And I think it's not like a mission. It's just like, I need to get this amount of things to get this so I can be happy, I guess. I mean, you have to unlock moons to move forward, but it's like 10 moons per level or something, and it's really nothing. So just having that like thing in front of you that's like, all right, to get the Luigi costume, I need 50 purple coins or whatever. And so you just run around the world and look for coins, but while you're looking for purple coins, you come across moons. And constantly when you're coming across moons and purple coins, you're getting just normal Mario coins, which also unlock just like aesthetic things. And you're just always collecting stuff, and there's always a purpose for what you're collecting.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm into it. I know the story. A lot of people. I mean, the one thing that turns me off, like I said, I'm going to get a Switch. Like, that's like my next month purchase. It has the same tropes of Luigi saving Peach. Like, it's the same story that they've been doing.
Mario saving Peach.
Yeah. What'd I say?
Luigi.
Oh shit.
No, Luigi doesn't do that shit.
That would have been a switch up. They could have Luigi save Peach.
Honestly, yeah. Give me a Luigi game.
Luigi.
What more Luigi? It stopped, and then you're the Yosh.
Fuck the Yosh.
Honestly, yeah. I don't like Yoshi.
No.
I don't get it.
Either. Real dumb.
He's real dumb. Yeah. He eats apples. Like,
lays eggs
wow. He lays eggs. If you're a Luigi main in Smash, fight me in real life.
Yeah, dude. Real fucking cool, dude.
Yeah. Wow.
Walking around.
Shooting me off the stage with your dumb egg. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
What a cool strategy.
It's not like Kirby had to move like that.
Yeah.
Fucking. I'll tell you what, Eli.
Tell me.
This is how we make America great is get rid of all the Yoshi fans.
Okay.
You know, it's just too much. Taking up Smash slots.
Yeah.
Taking up Nintendo development time with these dumb 3DS games.
Yeah, we don't need more Yoshi games. Please stop.
That wall just got 10 feet higher.
Damn. And which wall?
The wall around Luigi. I mean,
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Goddamn it.
Luigi can jump over any wall. Yeah.
Well. So okay. So Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey, Game of the Year. I hate to say it because I hate to like ride the hype and everything, and Nintendo obviously so great, but like it really is worth I don't know, whatever your time, money you're gonna spend on it, it's worth it.
I know, and that's where I kind of come down on it. I kind of have to bite the bullet on my pride and just like, all right, Nintendo, I don't agree on you on 90% of your decisions, but I want awesome games.
Yeah.
So here we are. Here I am gonna buy a Switch in like a couple weeks.
You won't regret it. You just won't regret it. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm sure I'll have a good time with it. It's just like, man, it's just such a weird time, especially with like things like with like Xboxes. Like today they announced their Game Pass.
Yeah. Like
going to where it's basically like, hey, this is basically Netflix, but not just like old things. Like you get brand new first party games. So like when State of Decay comes out, you're gonna get that. You're gonna be able to play that on our streaming platform, or I guess you can download.
It's a you download it. Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, and then if they get taken off the store and you have it downloaded to your hard drive, you get to keep it.
Damn.
As long as you're subscribed. So like PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
So it's like. That I mean today I don't know if you read anything on that is going to completely change the landscape of things, especially with Nintendo, where like there's rumors of their eShop or the virtual console being like that. Like you pay this much and you can get access to all of the games, which
would be great
if there is a virtual console.
Yeah, like
I said, that's all rumors. I don't think they're going to do a virtual console. Like that's my heart. Like that's my strongest belief is like I don't think they're gonna have a virtual console launch on Switch at all.
Ever.
I think they're gonna make you buy those
the
stupid
minis.
the minis.
I hate that that's possible, but it's also like that looks like what they're gonna do.
The fact that we're in 2017, we're going, yeah, that's a possibility. It shows you how tone deaf Nintendo can be. Like the fact that that's even like, oh yeah, that could be a possibility is like ridiculous, especially in 2017
and
or 18.
2018, yeah. It's not that like you have the option to do virtual console or buy like the actual physical minis. It's just you have to buy the mini, and who knows if you can buy one.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, like Nintendo really has so many people in their hands.
So tone deaf. I could speak hours about how much Nintendo just fumbles the ball and then somehow recovers it and runs 10 more yards and then fumbles it again.
They fumble and
then
then everyone looks away, and then they're just in the end zone with the ball, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I love it, but
I know. I when they do recover, you cheer for them, but it's like, why'd you fumble in the first place? Like, why are we here time and time again where it's you making a dumb decision, whether that be chat through your phone that you can't lock your phone with,
I forgot about that.
No virtual console, and then like I said, they end up eventually picking up the slack. But like I said, I feel like no virtual console will actually be a reality of something that they won't recover, because I feel like there's a lot more money to be made off these classic consoles.
It's true. Like, even if they charged, I don't know, I'd say charge $10 a month for the virtual console, or even $15, which is a lot.
Yeah,
but
I feel like if you do 15, you're a bridge too far for a lot of people.
Yeah, but even that, like, I'm sure that's nowhere near what they're selling with their minis, which are what, like $80?
Yeah, $80, and then that's not including like watch them do this dumb fucking move. Here's the SNES like expansion to where you can get more games.
Yeah,
like,
once they start doing that,
and it's like, ugh, like you bastards are gonna try to nickel and dime everything that you can get. I honestly, for me, the sweet spot is $5 to $6 a month
for virtual console
access to unlimited downloading of the games, and then like PlayStation Plus, if you are unsubscribed or if you don't pay your fee, then you don't have access to the games. I feel like in the ideal world, that would be ideal, so we don't have to keep buying the same games we bought for the last 3 generations.
Yeah,
of Nintendo IP.
Nintendo's in such a weird space. Like, who knows what they're gonna do, because they could do really anything and still make money. You know?
Yeah.
At this point,
for real. I mean, the fact that after that first Switch conference, people were excited shows you. That,
yeah.
I mean, they butchered the delivery of the Switch in every way possible. Do you remember that last January?
The couch?
Yeah, the one where they just kept cutting to the couch.
Yeah.
And then some fucking guy comes out with a fucking Splatoon costume.
Nintendo is wild. I'll say that.
They're such a weird company, and the fact that they could butcher the message of the Switch, because before that conference, I was all in on the Switch.
Yeah.
I was ready to pre-order, and then I watched that conference, and then that's when I was like, no. I'm not doing this again. And then it came out, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, this is amazing. Like, this is exactly what you thought it was before the conference.
Yeah.
The fact that they can recover from that shows that like Nintendo's invincible. Like, anything after this, whatever they're gonna put out, people are gonna buy.
The next mini they would have is the N64, right? And
GameCube.
I could see a GameCube mini being great, but the N64
3D games just don't hold up.
No.
Like, from back in the day, they don't.
And if they give you, like, if they follow the way they've been going, and they give you the controller, the little, like,
oh god,
alien hand controller,
the fucking shitty Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah, I really don't want that. Like, I have great memories of it, but I don't want to play any of those things.
We've moved forward.
Yeah.
We don't want to play with the shitty controller. We want to play with our PS4 and Xbox controllers.
That's why you got to put it on the virtual console, because the Switch just...
it feels so good.
Yeah, it feels great.
It feels so good.
Yeah. I mean, the GameCube controller feels great too. So if they skip the 64 and just go straight to GameCube,
just forget it even ever existed.
Which kind of would suck, I guess. I don't know. I like some N64 games, but I don't need a...
Yeah, just one you wouldn't buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, is Sony, like, if... I don't even know if this has to be successful for Sony to jump into this Game Pass idea.
Uh-huh.
But, like, with Sony, there's a lot more invested in than Xbox has invested in. Because, like, with all the first-party games for Xbox, they're all half the budget of a Sony first-party game.
Yeah, and really...
Like, just realistically, like, The Last of Us 2 costs, like, 10 times as much as State of Decay.
Probably. Yeah, So, with a Game Pass, really all they're saying you'll get for sure is Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, maybe Forza when that comes out, right?
And then, what's the name of it? The one... been in development, should have came out on the
Crackdown.
That's
it.
Woo, got that one out.
Yeah, when that comes out, then you'll have it for free. But it's like,
but like, is that like their long play? Is like because they have no games and Sony has all the games.
That's what I'm saying.
Trick Sony into doing this kind of model, and then all that money is gonna be wasted in development, and they'll just be like. That's
Sony's money's gonna be wasted.
Yeah, I mean because it's like
that's dangerous. That's like devious.
Yeah, like I said that like that's the long con. Because it's like Xbox has nothing, and they're like, okay, how can we get a leg up on this, and then have Sony like come out and be like, oh, we're gonna do the streaming thing too, and then when their games have like 10 times more invested into them, like God of War's budget.
God of War
pretty
alone,
much any Xbox exclusive that's in development right now.
Exactly.
Besides maybe if they have like a Halo or Gears of War in development right now.
Yeah, they said on like their press release for today about the Games Pass, like, and Halo and Gears of War when that comes out, but like they haven't even said a single thing about what's going on with either of those things,
exactly.
Either of those games. So really, right now, like the Game Pass is like a great idea, but on Xbox right now, you're not really getting much.
I mean, for $10.
For $10, it's cool.
That's ridiculous. Like that is a steal, especially if Sony was doing it.
Yeah.
And this is a question that we have to ask ourselves: is this a model that we want to go with? Can video games really be sustained off of this model?
I don't know, because they've been talking about raising the price of a single game for a while now, and like with season passes and gold and deluxe editions of games, it's like they've just been getting more expensive in the past few years, in the past generation, and all of a sudden Xbox is saying, no, you only have to pay $10 a month and you can get everything pretty much. Yeah.
Besides third party for now.
Yeah.
It's like, because the only question I have is I guess they did the cost benefit analysis on this, of course, because they're a fucking major company.
Yeah, Microsoft isn't stupid.
Yeah, but like I guess they looked at it and they're like, okay, I guess it's better to get more people in at a lower price point than less people in at a higher price point. Almost like the Pokemon Go effect.
Okay.
Like if you have if people flood the market to come play your game, you get more money in the long term than if you were to get only 1 million people to play your game at a $60 price point. Whereas a whole PlayStation the install base playing God of War opposed to 1 million people playing God of War.
Okay.
So do you make your money? Is this something that we sustain? How do the games get the games? How do we know what games do better than other games? Like, is it that if God of War does better than, or Last of Us 2 does better than God of War, they get a higher like
percentage?
Yeah, percentage of the money from Sony? Or like it's so confusing. Again,
yeah.
We're not business people, that goes over our mind, but we really have to ask ourselves, like, is this something that we could sustain off of? Because of course Netflix does it with their original content. Of course, like Amazon and like Hulu do it with their original content.
Yeah.
But
there's more people watching Netflix than playing video games and that want to play like Halo, or I guess for now like want to play Sea of Thieves and State of Decay, that are gonna buy this subscription thing.
Yeah, and I would even say that video games are more expensive to make than a television series. Like
Probably, yeah.
Like not like the traditional television series like NBC, CBS, but like a Netflix television series or
Yeah.
Amazon television series. I would venture to say it's cheaper to make one of those than it is a full-fledged AAA video game like God of War or Last of Us.
And a lot of these Netflix shows are backed by other companies too.
Exactly.
So
Where's the money coming from?
Yeah, with these first-party games, it's pretty much all Microsoft. I mean, they have endless amounts of money, I'm sure, but like, do they want to keep? Are they going to shut down studios because of this? Because they're going to be losing money in their gaming division.
Like I said, it's going to be very interesting to watch play out and see who jumps on board and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an easier investment for Microsoft to make because, again, they don't have that many games coming out that are exclusives. And
Yeah.
they're not very high-budget games coming out.
Yeah.
Like Fable. Fable's coming back. That's a big one.
The original?
Yeah, well, they're making a new Fable.
Okay.
The Forza developers making a new Fable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like Microsoft's trying to get back in the race here.
Yeah.
They're trying to pick up the slack that they lost at the beginning of the generation, but it's like, man, big moves like this is what really changes the game. So let's see if this actually moves the odometer for them at all.
I think they're only doing this because the games that they're putting out in the foreseeable future are gonna have like microtransactions. Like, there's gonna be microtransactions in State of Decay
Crackdown.
and Crackdown.
If you think microtransactions aren't going to be in Crackdown, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, so I think that's the only reason why they feel comfortable doing it, is because, like you said, the Pokemon Go model, like, microtransactions are going to carry these games for now, but when you put out Halo and Gears of War, putting microtransactions into those, I know there were some in Halo already, but like trying to carry the weight of Halo and on microtransactions.
And exactly, is that what this is going to boil down to? Is this really going to boil down to, okay, your subscription fee, and then all these games are going to have microtransactions? Because if that's the way it's going, I don't want anything to do with this. If this is going to make that creator actually change his art to fit
the business model.
Yeah, the business model of it all. I don't want anything to do with that at all.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep it the same, but at the same time, Microsoft likes to say that they're trailblazers. Like, when they talk about conferences and how they've pushed the industry, they will always bring up their achievements. We pushed the industry forward in this way and this way and this way. So I think this is another example of them trying to make that goodwill and pushing the industry forward in this way, which is yet to be seen if this is going to be good or bad.
They really are pushing their goodwill with the whole, starting with the backwards compatibility. Oh, yeah. So it seems like they're focused more on the gamer, especially since, like, look back at their first E3, where they missed the message so much and was like
TV.
Yeah, it was TV everything.
Sports, football, TV, Madden.
Yeah, and you didn't really get much game stuff out of the Xbox One. It was more like, all right, it's a better looking 360, but
Kinect.
like, yeah.
And now with Kinect, which is dead now.
You can probably get a Kinect for like $10 now. But yeah, they're just trying to get back in the good graces of gamers, and I feel like maybe they're trying a little too hard at this point, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
It sounds like a great deal, $10 a month, but you still have to pay your gold, or Xbox Live. Is it still like gold?
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. Well, you pay the Xbox Live Gold on top of the Game Pass.
On top of the Game Pass,
which starts building up.
Yeah. So really, you're spending what, like, I don't know how much it is a month for gold. Which
Game Pass really is just PlayStation Now, just at a cheaper price point, and now with new games. Like, that was PlayStation Now.
It was. It's more reliable, I think, that you can download it.
Download it, exactly. Yeah. Which is, man, Sony must be just kicking themselves, investing so much into Gaikai and then having it not work out the way they ever wanted it to.
I remember when I first heard that they bought Gaikai, and they're gonna start streaming games. I was thinking, like, you can't really stream a game without latency, and that's not how anyone wants to play a game. Any game, really.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's a cool idea. You have this app on your TVs and on your like iPads and your PlayStation and pretty much anything with a screen. You can log on to the PlayStation Now app, and you can then play games on that app. So like on the TV, all you need is a PlayStation controller. You don't even need a PlayStation console to stream the game, which is a really cool idea that just the technology is just not there.
Yeah, in a perfect world, PlayStation Now beats anything. Yeah. But it's just not there. It's not there right now.
And it's going to be interesting to see if they can get there. And in a world where everyone has awesome fiber optic internet, to where like there's just no latency whatsoever when you stream a game, and you can have it on your TV, because I think that would open the market so much more to where like if you buy a TV, you get a PlayStation controller with it. But
it's only Sony TVs right now, right?
Well, they took it off everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they backed out big time on it.
Jeez.
They took it off everything but the PS4 and Vita, I think.
Well,
those were the initial. I think they even took it off Vita.
It's definitely on PS4.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, they kind of rolled it back to, like, just the consoles. But it's a cool idea to think that, like, in the future, maybe one day, it's like TVs could come with a PlayStation controller and you could just play off the TV. You don't even need a console.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you get Netflix on your TV. Why not PS Now? Yeah. Or maybe one day Game Pass,
So weird. It's going to be a weird future that we're looking at. We're in such a weird time right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. Just playing games off of a TV, like with nothing else.
Yeah,
like
it seems wrong. Seems dirty.
That's scary, yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see where this landscape takes us. So back to Game of the Year.
Game of the Year, yeah.
Like I said, this podcast goes wherever we just talk. Like, this is why I like this format so much, is just because it's like, I'm not here to break up a conversation. I'm here let's just talk. Wherever it goes, it goes. But my Game of the Years, personally,
okay, yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, number 5.
Okay.
Not the story. Like I said, not the best game in the world. It's weird that the cutscenes are choppy and will look worse than actual in-game like gameplay.
That's backwards.
Really weird and really backwards, but whatever. Like I said, I'm not here for the story, just the sheer amount of hours I've put into the online multiplayer. Sinking so much into it. Good sir. Like I played it, I think just before you got here too. I played a couple matches. I just like unlocking things, and I like the especially since I took out the microtransactions to where it's just a fun game. It's just a fun game with fun matches, and you could switch it up by playing as heroes versus villains, or you could go Conquest where it's a big one, or you could go Blast where it's like 4-on-4. Like, there's a lot of different options, and then
so the loot boxes and stuff don't really bother you? They don't get in the way? There. Okay.
They taken
loot boxes?
Yeah, they backed out completely. It was around launch. A couple weeks after launch, Disney, the rumors are Disney basically put their foot down. They're like, why did you do this? Take it out now.
That's good.
And then EA was like, oh, okay. And they took out all the loot boxes, and you can't purchase anything in the game.
So everything's...
It's all in-game. All in-game. Like, you have to work to unlock things.
It's like level-based unlocks?
Well, it's not so much level-based. It's like each game, you get a certain level amount of credits depending on how good you did in the match.
Okay.
So like if I was like just fucking crushing it and I unlocked Darth Vader, because so how it works is you have like your 4 classes, and then when you kill people you get like points that you can then spend in the actual match to use certain things. Okay. So like on like Conquest you can purchase a jump trooper for like 2,000 credits. And then you now have that jetpack ability and a really strong gun and like bigger health. Or then you could buy a TIE fighter in the game, while you're earning games by killing people. Okay. And then that's how you unlock heroes as well. So like Darth Maul, like Darth Vader, things like that would all be done with like 8,000 credits that you get inside the game, playing the game, killing people. So like every time you kill someone, it's like 200 points. Okay. And then you spend those points to get those people, and then after the game, it then comes back to you in credits on like how good you did. Like that's your score, the XP essentially. It's XP essentially. Yeah. And then the XP then goes into your like little account, and then you can buy things with that. So you can either buy crates, which like I said, you can't actually physically buy crates with money.
Okay.
You can buy them with like the in-game.
So
it's like Call of Duty.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like Call of Duty before they added the microtransaction part of it, but
Like Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, like modern warfare with the crates.
Okay.
To where you then purchase the crates and you can either roll a hero, like a hero crate, which is a little cheaper, and you can have a chance of unlocking like a Darth Vader or a Yoda for like 2,000 credits, or you can actually buy them upright with the money that you get in the game, which would be like 15,000.
So okay.
So it's like either
that's not ridiculous amount, right?
No, it's not. You can get there very fast.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get there very fast. The people were blowing that way out of proportion.
Yeah.
When the microtransaction thing come out, but again, it's cheap when someone works for it, like the way I'm working for it, or someone just drops $10 and buys Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader is very like OP.
Yeah, I mean, should he be OP or should he just be like there from the start because it's Darth Vader?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like that's what I'm saying. When you add that whole section of buying things, that's when it gets sticky. But you take out the buying things and you just have it to where you work to get the credits for it. It works out fine. Like it reminds me of an old school grind game because but that's what makes you want to keep playing. You go, well, I'm gonna get Darth Vader. I'm gonna get Darth Vader. All this money, all these matches are going toward Darth Vader, and then you get Darth Vader, and then you like play heroes versus villains with him, and you fuck things up with it. Like he's just an awesome character to play with. So that's cool because that way you can either gamble on a crate and you can unlock them that way, which I unlocked a lot of my characters in that way, or you can go, I'm just not rolling Darth Vader, so I'm just gonna save up the 15,000 and I'm gonna unlock them myself.
Okay.
And then same thing with the hero stuff. You can unlock the hero stuff through like earned credits, or you can roll them in a crate.
What else do you get in crates? Like
you can get
upgrades?
there's a starship crate, a hero crate, and a trooper crate. So the trooper crate unlocks things for your trooper, so like special abilities, star cards, which star cards are basically what makes your person powerful. And again, that's the issue with when you add the buying aspect into it.
Yeah.
You can basically buy a powerful hero. Yeah. Because you can buy crafting parts, and crafting parts is what upgrades the star card.
Okay.
So when you don't introduce the buying aspect to it, it's even playing field. Everyone can just go about their own way of upgrading their character with in-game like points. Okay. Essentially. So this, like I said, this trooper crates are like things like star card. They all have star cards for like the character. Thing, yeah. Yeah. And then like on the trooper crate, it's like visual stuff, like clothes, faces, skins, things like that. Weapons you can unlock. Yeah, I mean that's essentially what you unlock, and like all of them, just like different ones for like star fighters and then heroes. Okay, well.
That sounds really fun. I had a lot of fun with the first Battlefront, the first new Battlefront, and I guess I wasn't gonna pay full price for this game anyway. I didn't pay full price for the first one because it was just multiplayer. Yeah, and I feel like the single player in this one isn't really
they should. It's just basically this is a multiplayer game to me.
Yeah, so
the story was all right. I wasn't pissed about it like a lot of people were because I fully expected that story to be exactly how it was. Okay. But because this is Star Wars Battlefront story, you're not getting an Uncharted or like an Amy Hennig Star Wars game. You're getting a DICE EA game. And like that's exactly how my mind went into it. It's because of course I'm not expecting this awesome cinematic story that bridges the gap between Episode 6 and The Force Awakens. Like I mean,
the original Battlefront 2, pretty cool story.
So good. The 501st. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, if you enjoyed the first Battlefront, get this when it's on discount or like whenever it's like goes on sale. Get it. It's a blast. It's just like the first one, just with awesome, like better heroes and like a fun upgrade system.
All I really needed was them to add clones, the Clone Wars, and that's
fucking awesome.
Yeah, they got me.
I fucking love it. You play on Camino, droids versus clones, Doctor. That's what I'm talking about. And I mean, the star fighting is fucking phenomenal as well in this. Like, let's not forget. Like, I am ready to see another Star Wars VR experience because, like, man.
Yes, the first one, Battlefront 1 VR. It blew away my expectations. I did not expect it to be so good.
It gets me excited. Like I said, it's like go and play. If you really did enjoy it, go play Battlefront 2. Like, okay, it's an awesome game.
I will,
with awesome ways to like incentivize you to actually grind. And that's why I said, and that's why I like that grind too, because there's a little more to that grind than there was to the Destiny grind, which isn't on my list. Which I did stay up for like a whole day, 24 hours straight playing, and then
I'm wearing my
after
Destiny
that, like,
shirt right
first
now.
week, check it out. He's a nerd. Fucking dork. No,
I love it. I had to fill out a whole book for this.
Damn. Yeah. So I mean, Destiny I did play for like a whole like week, and then I just fell off because I was like, how many fucking live events am I gonna do? I talked about this a little bit on last week's podcast, but yeah, I mean, like, how many fucking live events can a man do? So like that's why Destiny's not on my, which is interesting. Why wasn't Destiny on yours?
So the reason why it's not on mine is because I fell off too after about a month, and the Curse of Osiris DLC came out around the time where it was time to pick out Game of the Year stuff, and I was like, I just have no drive to go back and play it at all. So I really don't think I can put it on my Game of the Year list. It's like on my honorable mentions. Yeah. Because like it's more Destiny. Moves. Yeah, I was too busy doing other things. And Destiny really is like a game you need friends to play and have a good time. Like if you're not playing the raids, then you're really not playing Destiny. Then it is just like, how many live events can I do? How many Crucible matches can I play before I just want to like throw the disc out and break it in half, you know? But it really fell off. It's because it fell off for everyone else that it fell off for me, and I didn't want to play it anymore because I love raids. I had so much fun playing the raid in Destiny 2. I forget what it's called. I can't even guess what it's called.
The Leviathan?
Yeah, the Leviathan.
Yeah.
I loved that, and I met like random people, and we became really good friends playing that. But none of us got back on it, so it was like I don't want to play Destiny by myself. I did that for the first one, like for the first year, and it wasn't fun.
Hit me up. Let's try to jump into it together.
Yeah.
Like I said, that Josh, who I had on last week's podcast. We were talking about Destiny 2. I want to start playing. I want to jump in again. I want to. First of all, I want to beat that fucking raid.
Okay.
But again,
we'll get you through
I'm not
it.
there. Yeah, I need someone to carry me through it because I want to be there for the next raid. Like I spent $60 on this game. I need it more than a week.
I bought the deluxe edition with the expansion and everything. It's more than a normal game, but I haven't gone back, and I think about it often. Like, I spent like $100 on this thing, and I don't I don't want to play it anymore.
I played it for a month, and then it was gone. Which again, a month's a long time, but then
it is. Yeah.
For me, like I said, it was a week, and then I just fell off, and it's like, why do I spend this money when it's like I'm not gonna play this game? And then like I knew I was giving it a shot because I didn't play Destiny 1. But yeah, that's interesting. Interesting, it's not on your top list.
Yeah, sorry.
Interesting that you fell off too. You play on PS4?
Yeah. Of course.
The only system.
The only one.
I unfortunately have it on Xbox. He is this scum, KB, Kyle Bunye, 8-bit dad over there on Twitter, told me to get it on Xbox to play with him.
You're missing out on actual content.
And trophies. I know. But, well, I don't know. We'll see. Because maybe I'll buy it. I don't know how I want to do this. I messed up going to the Xbox ecosystem because I have less people available there to actually play with than I do have on the PS4. So.
It is a little smaller, sadly. And then everyone was like, oh, when the PC comes out, I'll buy it on PC. But did anyone really do that? No.
Fucking PC dorks.
No, you're playing your PUBG.
You fucking PUBG, that runs perfectly. We get it. It doesn't run very good on Xbox, but damn it, that's all we have.
It barely runs good on PC.
Yeah.
It is. It's not even a real game yet, is it?
No.
So.
Well, when you buy it physically, and have you seen the actual box? When you buy it physically in stores, it's just a cardboard box. It's not even like a hard plastic.
What?
And cool. It's a cardboard box that looks like a broke ass Xbox One like bootleg Chinese like case.
Yeah.
And then it has stickers and a code in it. So it's like, what was the point of the physical version?
Stickers
of this game. The stickers.
Yeah. Less waste, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing over there, but yeah, PUBG.
Is that on your list?
No, it's not on my list.
Okay.
Broke ass game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun. I've had fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of want to buy an Xbox One X now because of it. And then now that I'm getting a new 4K TV, I want that completely 4K experience. Not on PUBG, of course.
No, it's gonna look like trash.
PUBG, but like just in general, because Xbox One X is so much more powerful on games. I want to be able to experience that. But I heard it runs so much better on Xbox One X than it does on the One S.
Oh yeah, it
still runs on like trash, but again, like you said, it runs like trash on PC too. So
yeah.
So not a big PUBG fan.
No.
Okay.
I like me some Fortnite.
Oh god, one of these kids.
Again, I haven't played that since whenever that came out.
It's crazy how much that blew up just from one change that they did.
People are actually switching over from PUBG to Fortnite.
They must have been so pissed. The
PUBG?
What are they called?
Blue
Battlegrounds,
Hole.
yeah, Blue Hole, whatever. Developer.
Yeah.
They must have been so pissed when they're like, fuck, they beat us the console.
Yeah, because they talked shit when Fortnite came
they were
out.
trying to sue them.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's not how this works.
Yeah, no. I don't know if they're doing it better, but like people are playing it. People are playing both.
I tried doing the battle royale mode.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big fan of it.
Okay.
But I mean, damn, it blew up. Like that is such a shock to me that like that's one of those games where it's like usually you get most of your sales in like the beginning, like with the first day that you launch, and then now it's like this was like months after it launched, and then they come up with that DLC or patch.
It's just a patch, yeah.
And then it's like blows up.
It's still free though too.
Yeah, that's another ridiculous thing. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I got to give it to Fortnite over PUBG because it's free, and it's like if you don't like it, you can just delete it off your console, and it runs pretty good. It's on PS4.
It's cool. They're smart. That was a smart business move on their part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I said Battlefront.
Yeah.
Damn, we've only done one. So I want to work my way down.
Okay.
So I know I started at 5, but let's start at 1.
All right. So Battlefront isn't your number 1?
No, it's number 5. That's definitely like go to the bottom of my list.
All right, we're going sandwich style.
Yeah, sandwich style. We're just gonna get right to the middle.
Let's do it. Let's
start
do it.
From the outsides, going in. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Meatball marinara.
Meatball marinara. Cuphead. Cuphead is my game of the year. Holy fuck, is Cuphead amazing? It's an Xbox exclusive. It blows my mind. Like this screams Sony all over it. And Xbox has it, which is such a win for Xbox. And if they keep pushing out things like this, and I can't wait to see Cuphead 2, and see what that looks like, and see the cool merchandise that we get from it. But I've never fallen in love with a game like this, like since probably like Crash Bandicoot. Like
wow.
Like that's like how like serious this like addiction is for me. Like I still haven't like beat it all the way through because the game's brutal and I just don't have the time. But it seriously just strikes something in me to where it's like, man, this is such a beautiful art design. This is such clever like character design, level design. The music's so good in it. The bosses are so so perfectly thought out. Just everything in this game so much fun. The platforming, the running and gunning, just everything in this game is so like perfect to me.
Okay.
That like I've just fallen in love with this game. And like I can't get enough of it, and I just want to keep playing it. And like when you beat a level, it's like that. Yes, like because games aren't hard anymore. Like no matter what your opinion is about this, if they shouldn't be, they're just not. Like definitively, they're not hard anymore.
Yeah. And
I love a hard game that actually challenges you to like work. Because other than that, then what's the point of a video game? You're just mindlessly going through the game because it's so easy. Like when Uncharted on easy is not a fun experience for me, but Uncharted on like crushing difficulty, it's like at least makes you think a little bit more. Cuphead, it's just such a phenomenal game, like top to bottom, like everything about that game. I love.
Is there an easy mode for Cuphead?
There's a regular mode.
Okay.
For each level, you can either do hard or like regular.
Okay.
But even the regular mode's pretty hard. And then of course like every level it changes. So once you die on one spot, it might not be the same pattern every time. It's not going to be the same pattern every time. It changes. The levels change and how the bosses come after you change. So it's not like Mega Man where it's the same like pattern.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, Crash Bandicoot where it's the same pattern, or most games where it's the same pattern.
Yeah.
It changes the pattern to like on you.
That's
on how like they attack, and it's so beautifully done too. So it's like you can't rely on like rhythm. Like there is a rhythm to it, but it's not the same as like memorizing a song in Guitar Hero. It's more like being good at guitar, because you have to be a lot more versatile than just the same 4 chords, you know?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's like the Dark Souls of 2D platformers.
Yeah. I mean, it's so like, and of course we heard that a lot this year, like, oh, Crash Bandicoot's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Crash Bandicoot is not that hard.
No,
like,
it's just
people who
old.
are having it hard, like, yeah, it's just old. That for one. 2, the original one is difficult. I'll give it that. But it's not like hard. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I say there's a very big distinction there, because like Cuphead is fucking hard.
Okay.
Like it's almost sometimes impossible game. Whereas Crash Bandicoot is not that hard. Like if you're bad at Crash Bandicoot, you're just probably bad at games. Which again, I'm not great at games. I'm not being over here trying to suck my own dick, being like, oh,
he's not. I'm watching him.
Step aside, like let me handle this. Like you can see from the Let's Plays that we have, like I am definitively bad at games. Like big games, like party games, not so much. Like little stuff like Towerfall, stuff like that, I can get into. I can get good at. But like the Call of Duties, the Wolfensteins, things like that, Destinies, terrible. I'm terrible at games.
That's a surprise that you're big into Cuphead then, if it's, you know, such a not difficult, but like a hard, like you just need to be a good at games.
Yeah, well, and not again good at games, but also you have to be good at Cuphead. Like the game does a good job of making you learn to be good at it. Okay. And if you're not, you're just not going to get through that game. Like, which is like, I like that. I like that there's no handicap mode. Because it's like, this world's not going to cater to you. Like, it's just the reality of the world. Like, the world's not always going to cater to your needs. Like, it's just unrealistic to, like, expect that. So if you don't like that, don't, like, if you feel like you can't get through it, don't buy the game. Like, that's just something you're not going to experience. Which, again, is a bummer. Yeah. But like I said, the world's not here to cater to you. Like, there are some things that you're going to be able to do in the world and some things that you're not going to be able to do with the world. Cuphead might be one of them.
It kind of sucks that this game is one of the ones that's so hard and, like, not for everyone, because it's so beautiful. And, like, I remember my girlfriend was just watching people play it, and she was like, what is that? I want to play that. It looks so good. It looks like a cartoon. I was like, look, it looks fun. It looks like a cartoon, but you're not going to be able to play it. It's hard. It's really hard. It looks like you're just going up and down shooting. We watched someone shoot like a chicken or something. I don't know. And I was trying to explain to her, like, yeah, it's fun to watch, and like, not that, you know, she can't be good at games, but like, if we were to get it, like, I'd have to play and she'd just have to watch, because there's no way. Fun in that? Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not that she can't be good at games, but like, this game makes you invest time in being good at it. Yeah. And not everyone has that time, or not everyone has that patience either. Yeah. Like I said, that's the beautiful thing of it. Like, I've played games. Dark Souls was one of them. Like the original, or Demon Souls was one of them. The original before the Dark Souls, when it was a PS3 exclusive. That was a game that I just couldn't get past. Like, I just like one, I lost patience for it, and 2, it was just too damn hard. Yeah. And I didn't get to finish that game. It sucks, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, change the vision of your game, because the whole point of Demon Souls, I remember reading a couple interviews with them through IGN back in the day when they came out with Demon Souls, the original one, that they were like, games are too easy, and this game is meant to be hard and challenge you. The fact that people will get so offended and like just mad that, like, hey, like, you change your vision for your game for me. Yeah. That pisses me off, because it's like, look, their vision's not for you. Like, their vision, and it's up to you to speak with your wallet. If you want to speak with your wallet, speak with your wallet. Don't buy the game. But, like, you can't force someone's hand to change a game to be more inclusive of your
For
skill.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna put in the time to learn how to be good at Cuphead, you're not gonna play Cuphead. Just like I couldn't put in the time to learn how to be good at Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Just because the fact that I'm just not good at that game, I don't get to finish the game. Like that. Then that's just the reality of it. I feel like we're trying to be too inclusive, and I really feel like that takes away from the game sometimes. Because you really think that like the creator of Battletoads was really thinking about like, oh, can everyone play this game? Like, can we make this?
You know,
easy
I
for
wonder if they thought like people can beat this. It's not a big deal.
I don't know what they were. I don't even think they were thinking.
Yeah.
I think they were just on shrooms the whole time
Yeah.
developing that game.
From what I've seen, like you must have. I don't know how they even got it out without realizing no one can beat this entire game.
It's so funny. But no, Cuphead, amazing.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I like I said, I could talk forever about that game.
It's beautiful. I'll have to. I don't have an Xbox, so I'll buy it on PC probably one day, and because I'm sure my PC can run that.
Well, and it's cool because you can actually play it with like a joystick.
Really?
Like I had a guy. I work at a retail store, and I had a guy coming in looking for a like controller that he can play with because he's actually crippled.
Oh, okay.
Like he has some kind of disease in his hand where he can't grip a controller. And also, really fascinating side note on that. He worked on the original Atari team.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was wearing like a launch Sega the Hedgehog jacket. Or Sega.
Sonic
Hedgehog jacket. Like Sega jacket. It was really like dope, man. Like, oh, what was that? I started chopping up with him. He was on the original Atari launch team.
Jeez. OG.
Yeah, OG. So he was in there because like he can't hold a regular controller anymore.
Yeah.
So like he had to like get like a Joy-Con. But again, dude's an OG if he's playing that game on like a freaking joystick.
He went in there specifically saying, "I'm playing this for Cuphead."
Yeah, he's like, I have Cuphead. I need this controller.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, shoot, like do whatever you can. Like it's cool that they made that option available that you're able to like play like that. Because then at least that caters to the more handicapped gamer. That way they can be punished by the game, like the rest of us.
I wonder if they thought about like inclusivity. Is that a word? When they did that, or more just like go totally old school, like CRT mode, joystick.
I imagine every dev kind of has something like that.
Yeah.
Like some kind. They think about it somewhat now, especially in the world where we are in today, where it's like anyone can send off a tweet. So like people, I'm sure people made it very clear to them that like, okay, like there are people who won't be able to play this game with a controller.
That's true. I'm glad everyone wants to play this game.
Yeah.
It just sucks that it's not for everyone.
Exactly, and that's how it is. Like some people, like it's just different tastes. Like I mean, that's just how the whole world is based off, and it's completely absurd to be like cater to me. It's like, you know, some people like strawberries, some people are allergic to them. It's not for everybody.
They're not gonna stop making strawberries.
You can't throw a fit and have nobody else eat strawberries because you can't have strawberries.
Yeah,
like. It's just the way of the world. That's how it works. Some people like sucking dick, Eli.
It's true.
Some people don't.
I met a few of them.
Right. I have too, sir. You know? It's like, it's just one of those things. It's like some things are for some people and some things aren't.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cuphead.
Okay.
Cuphead's like sucking dick.
I like that.
Thank you. I thought it was a very beautiful analogy myself.
Yeah. Both beautiful.
Very elegant.
Yeah. Next game.
Yeah, next game. Let's go into that transition there. Yeah, get ready to roll your eyes. I know everybody who's watching there roll their eyes. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's a re-release game, but like, god damn. Again, another game where it's like I could just sink all this time, like you were talking about with Mario. You can seriously go through this whole thing and play and just collect and collect and collect, and you want to collect, and then you're going through a level and you see a gem like above you and you try to double jump for like 5 minutes trying to get to the gem. And of course that didn't happen to me. It happened to me when I originally played the game.
So you knew how to do everything.
I like right off the bat. 1 I got through. Couldn't 100% it. Still trying to work on that.
Okay.
But 2 and 3 I platinum like on my first playthrough. Like both.
Damn.
Like because I just know those games like the back of my hand. 1 not so much. But 2 and 3, just like off the back of my hand, like if same with CTR, if they came out with the CTR, just I know those games inside and out. That I know how everything, but I know the feeling like going through a level, looking up. Oh shit, there's a gem there. How do I get there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you play the Insane Trilogy at all?
No, I haven't played a Crash game since PS1. I played.
That's when it was good.
Like I want to say I played like a GBA Crash game.
Those work so good too.
Yeah.
I really want to make a video like ranking my definitive list of Crash games.
Yeah,
but
there's so many. Like you forget about a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean the GBA ones are so good too. But like it's that feeling of like, and then you're like, how the fuck do you get there? And then all of a sudden, after you've already beat the game and you're like trying to go back and getting all the gems, you like fuck around and you jump on like a nitro box and you realize the nitro box didn't explode. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you start going up, like jumping up these nitro boxes, and all of a sudden it teleports you to like another warp room that you didn't even know was there.
And was that in like the original game too?
That was not in 1, but that was in 2. That's when they started really getting crafty with things like that. I mean, 1 there was like secret bridges where it's like you see a Wampa fruit and you're like, what's that doing there? And you jump toward it and like there's a box that appears.
Okay.
But like in 2 they took it to a whole nother level to where it was like I remember so clearly how I stumbled onto this secret warp room. It was the polar bear one where you're on the polar bear and you're going through and you're like breaking all the boxes and you have to like avoid all the things. And I was trying to get all the boxes to get the gem, and then it launches you off right before you like exit the level. So you like fly and there's like this water down below. And when I was flying, you can see like these little pads. I was like, what the fuck are those? And then so like I turn around where it launches you, turn around and walk forward, and then you jump on like these little ice like pads, and then to like this blank platform, and you jump on that and it teleported me to like the secret warp room. I lost my fucking mind.
That's
like little like 6-year-old Mikey. I was like, what the fuck? Like there's more to this game. Like I played this game like trying to 100% it. I didn't know how to get the other like color gems. I didn't know there was another cord room. I was just like, just like in my mind, like my little like 6-year-old mind couldn't like fucking fathom that I didn't see this whole game. Like I haven't played every bit of this game that there is to play. And that's such a cool feeling. And it's so like nostalgia driven to go back and be like, man, like I remember like finding like I said, the nitro thing is a real thing. Like I remember I landed on nitro and I realized it didn't explode, and they're like the little green boxes that explode. And then I started going up it, and then it teleports you to the secret warp room, and then that's how you unlock each of the secret warp room like levels. And some of them will take you to the gems like in the other levels that you see. So it's like really complex, like, especially for like 1997.
That sounds like, crazy,
and especially seeing it in 3D too. Like I know like Metrovania games like existed before like Crash, but like Crash took it to a whole nother level where it's like 3D, like, and it's like it transports you to like another warp room, and then that warp room takes you to a secret level in the level with the gem, and then at the end of that you can get the gem. Like it was just so complex. And I just remember being like, so like having those games back and like remastered for another generation, and the fact that it sold so fucking well.
It really did, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, number one. It was like number one for like 2 months in a row, like back to back. Like that was ridiculous. Ridiculous sales for that game. So like it was so nostalgia driven going back to it. Another game that I could just talk so much about and just like never end.
I feel like the Crash games are our generation's Mario, because like the way you're describing it, and especially the way it's come back, like I can remember my dad when we were playing the original Mario showing me in one of the, I think the second world in the dungeon, like you can bounce up through the ceiling onto like above all the bricks, and then you jump up into this cloud level. And like imagining him discovering that as a kid playing Mario, like we have that same thing with Crash. Crash really is like the evolution of Mario. That's really like the best way I feel like it can be described.
Well, I think you are right, but I think that's why it's sold so well. Because that is our generation's Mario. And like there's so many like the older people in the games press, older people in just general, like the older gamers who grew up on Nintendo.
Yeah.
That they like scoff at that. They're like, oh, these games are fucking terrible and blah blah blah.
It's not Mario.
It's not like how dare you compare it to Mario? But like this is our generation's Mario. Like there was a point in 1998 where Crash was a more recognizable figure than Mario. Like
That's
there's
crazy.
a poll that was ran. in 1998, 1997, where it was like, oh, like who's this, and Crash scored higher with the general public. I'm not just gamers, general public, like just your mom, my mom, like would be able to recognize him more than Mario, which is crazy.
That's insane.
To think about that back in the day, that like Crash was like the pinnacle of like just edginess.
Video games.
Capturing exactly what Sonic was trying to capture, but like did it better. And then, like I said, then Crash Team Racing came out, and that is the definitive kart racer. I don't care what anyone says. That game is a flawless kart racer, and it takes any Mario Kart to task.
Have you played Mario Kart 8?
Yes, I have. And let me tell you, sir, CTR, when they do remaster it, because they will remaster it
in 4K,
then in beautiful 4K.
All right,
will be better than Mario Kart 8.
That's
like I'm telling
bold.
you, Double Dash, anything. Like when they bring it back with full visuals, and when they just add in like all the like little secrets and like little niches to like the whole game, I'm telling you, that game is gonna blow up even bigger than the Crash Insane trilogy came out, because I feel like more people have more memories of CTR than they do of actual Crash.
And there's no kart racer on PS4 or
exactly,
anything.
and that's what I'm saying. I think we're about to see a resurgence of the Bandicoot come back in a way that we haven't seen since.
I hope so.
Came out. And I really do think it's like we're on the edge of seeing Mario kind of have like if Sony somehow can finagle their way in getting Crash back, or keeping it an exclusivity deal. I don't know if they like paid that reservations. I'm be so interested. That's so inside baseball, but like I would love to see how that deal worked out, because if somehow Sony can get Crash back, I think we're on the precipice of seeing PlayStation kind of have a mascot again.
That's crazy. Because they are with their amiibo things. Crash is one of them. Yeah. It still says Activision on the box. But they're really pushing Crash much.
That toy line is PlayStation based.
Yeah.
Tekken, Wipeout, Parappa the Rappa, Little Big Planet, like it's all there, like very PlayStation based. What Crash? Like you think PlayStation, you think Crash, and the fact that we haven't heard anything about it coming to Xbox yet. I think there was a very interesting deal where it's like, if it sells this much, not the rights, but we keep it exclusive to Sony. If it doesn't sell this much, then we go to Xbox to make up our money. I'm
sure everyone's expectations were exceeded by this game.
1,000%. And I think Sony is really like chomping at the bit to
get something
back.
else.
No, yeah, try to get that IP back.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they want it back now, especially that they saw how lucrative the remaster was.
Yeah.
And the fact that they could do a CTR, which would make even more money, I guarantee you. I think it would double the money of the Insane trilogy.
I wonder.
And then if they put out a new Crash game after the CTR, and then of course we'll see a Spyro, because we're seeing a Sir Dan Fortescue return, sir, in Medieval.
That's true, and he was, but Crash. Are we just like erasing PlayStation All Stars? Like the lineage, because Crash wasn't in that, and but Sir Daniel was, so it's like maybe they're pulling more from that line of people. You know what I mean?
I think that it's so. And this is another thing. So I'm trying to work on a video essay on PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah.
I reached out to a few of the old devs from Superbot. Talked to some of them. Some of the stuff I can't say because it was off record, but from what I have gathered, they're very jaded. There are some very jaded people from that studio about how everything went down.
Jeez.
Because it is basically Sony changed their expectations for the game when they announced it, to where it was basically, this is gonna happen. Like, basically, we're gonna keep you around to like making not essentially another one, and then didn't keep them around. And just because Sony's expectations were a lot higher than initially, because the hype around it at the time. Because I remember at the time that like the hype around it was so much, and like it seemed like it was gonna do a lot more than $1 million, and then they kind of changed their expectations, and then expectations got changed, and then it was just a whole thing. But I'm fascinated in that whole development of that series. Certain characters they couldn't get, why they couldn't get them, why Crash wasn't in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was so it's interesting how Sony couldn't swing that, but they could swing a whole remaster.
Mm-hmm.
So, long story short of it, I'm interested to see how this kind of plays out, especially with like Spyro and including Crash Bandicoot. But I'm interested to see how Sony can kind of swing a deal and see if they can actually get Crash Bandicoot back in their house or if it's gonna stay with Activision.
My question is, do you want a new Crash game?
Yes, I kind of talked to when I went on the Kind of Funny Gamecast. I kind of talked to Tim about this a bit. I think we owe it to them.
Okay.
I think we owe Vicarious Visions because obviously I don't think they really want to be working on Destiny DLC and like Destiny in-game items.
Yeah.
I think they liked that they got the freedom that they did with Crash, and I think they'd like more freedom. And I think we owe it to them to give them the opportunity to make a new Crash game because of how well they handled the Insane Trilogy.
I feel like if anyone should do it, it's someone like them who's been around for decades, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Vicarious Visions, like, they worked on Nitro Kart. They worked on Crash Nitro Kart. They worked on a couple of the Game Boy games. By the way, Crash Nitro Kart, another phenomenal kart racer. I want to see them do it. I want to see Sanzaru maybe get a shot at it. Like, whoever gets a shot at it, I'm ready. I think they understand the importance of the IP and how the IP works and what makes the IP special.
Yeah.
So I want to see a new Crash game because I think we owe it to them to be able to get another crack at it and give them complete creative control over it.
Okay.
I think that they proved themselves that they deserved that IP.
They definitely have, at least financially, to whoever they need to prove themselves to.
Yeah. So, number 3. Trying to think of everything I've played this year.
Play any of that Tekken?
I didn't. I didn't. I played Marvel vs. Capcom. It wasn't Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or even 2.
No, it's not fun.
It's man, it's just such a missed opportunity. I didn't play a ton. I really didn't.
Any indies?
That's what I'm trying to think. I know I've played games, but I definitely wouldn't put them in like my top 5. Like,
yeah.
Like I said, like Destiny and then like PUBG. I know what it is. Emily is Away 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Emily is Away 2 is a fucking phenomenal game, and I put it at number 3. That, like, first of all, the first one, we did a whole Let's Play on it, like with the full experience.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my best friend Connor sat down and played that game all the way through. Phenomenal. Second one, even better. It's so much fun. It's such a good game. Like, man, talking about a game that just tugs on nostalgia and just like, man, just like makes you long for like the days before like cell phones.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
No, so the first one I watched Let's Plays of both of them. I didn't play them myself. But the first one I was like, okay, I get it. I get who this is for, but I feel like that was a little before my time. But watching the second one, like it's like a few years after the first one, right?
Yeah.
Like more mid 2000s.
Yeah, I think it's like 2001 to 2004, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just watching that really, it really did get me like nostalgia wise, because like I remember sitting on my cousin's bed watching him on AIM or whatever it was, or in MySpace, like, and like the early days of YouTube, like talking to people and be like, wow, one day I'll be able to go on the internet and talk to people like that. My mom will let
me have a MySpace account one day.
And
I remember what a big deal that was.
It really was. And like the icons in this one really are more prominent in my life.
Yeah, I mean, just tonally, that was like when we were growing up.
We were
watching our siblings in their teen years kind of go through it, and like it's just, man, I remember AIM. I remember like how cool the internet was.
I remember those sounds of AIM messages. Yeah. and like my cousin typing BRB, and I was like, what does BRB mean? What are these letters put together?
So good. And then MySpace, man, that was a whole nother I had a MySpace way too early. I don't know what my mom was thinking letting me have MySpace in like
Me
5th
too.
grade, 6th grade.
Yeah, I was on MySpace 5th grade, putting on some Eminem songs on my profile.
On your profile?
Yeah.
Dude, so this is gonna speak to how, like, again, going back to Crash Bandicoot, how much of a fucking dork I was. I had like the Crash Bandicoot like ice music like going, and then like I had him doing the little dance like all like over the like page.
The background.
Like, yeah, the background, like it was a bunch of like squares.
That's
and
cool.
It was like just me and like the fucking fattest bowl cut that I looked like I played for a women's softball team. Like it was just like, man, like I was a fucking dork.
That's got to be the next evolution of that game is MySpace.
Oh god, that would be so good.
Go full on
a little more
into
complex, but that would be like, man. And in this game too, they did so perfectly with the YouTube links.
Yes.
And like you click on it, and it's like a relevant video from that time. It's
Yeah.
like, man, like, fuck, like that's so good. Such a good game. So yeah, that's definitely on my top 5. 4.
Shout out LCD sound system.
LCD sound system. Shout out. 4. Okay, this was a debate that we were having last week. When did Rainbow Six Siege come out?
3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
Yeah, I just saw on IGN they reviewed it for like its 3rd year.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely not putting that on my list because that's when I got into it.
Last year.
Last year.
Uh-huh.
And goddamn, what a good game.
I watched not Let's Plays, but like streams of it early on, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. And then, Kind of Funny Live 3, Moises came over to my house, downloaded onto my PS4, and I watched him play, like, it must have been, like, 1 or 2 Pacific time, and, like, 5 over where he's at in New York, playing with his friends. I was watching, like, shit, this game is crazy. Like,
so
people are wild for this.
So, like, man, there's nothing, like, it is so tactical, and it's, like, it's so different than any other shooter. The fact that you have to wait after you die, and you have to watch your teammates, and you have to watch the cameras, and you have to talk to them, and you have to just stay in constant communication. And this person cancels out this person's like special, and this person's special does this to block counter this person's special, and like it's just so beautifully thought out, and it's just such a fun game. Just feels so smooth, and like all it is like a defense game. Like you just defend your corner and then you attack the corner.
It seems so daunting, like it seems so hardcore, but you can really play it, and I think it like kind of scales to your skill level with other players.
Yeah, I mean you really can just jump into it and like have a good time. I recommend having a squad, otherwise I feel like this game wouldn't be as good as it is. But if you have like a squad of 2 or 3, like this game is like a blast. Like it's so much fun. God, I know I've played more.
You probably did.
I'm blanking on a lot of it. And there's another thing. I played things like Sonic Mania. I fucking hated that game. God.
Sonic's not fun,
Sonic's
people.
so fucking terrible.
Can we stop lying?
Can we stop? Okay, this is another thing. So, how to make America great again in 2018. Stop with the lies that Sonic's a fun fucking game.
It's not.
Thank you. Eli, I knew I liked you. You're such a sweet boy. Man, fuck Sonic.
Even as a kid, like 1st grade, 2nd grade, I played Sonic. It's not fun. I don't like it.
It's so, it's one of those things where it's like, normally I'm like, like I don't understand it. Like people like what they like.
Yeah.
But this is a game where I put my foot down and I go, fuck that. This game is terrible. I don't know how anyone likes it. I don't even want to try to understand why people like it. It's just like I'm so anti-Sonic that it's just like he's a cool character.
Yeah.
I like Sonic as a character. As a game, it's garbage and it's not fun. And all you're doing is running, and it's not even a fun kind of run and platform. It's not even a fun like there are mobile games like Temple Run that I'd rather play than fucking Sonic. I have 1,000 times more fun playing Temple Run than I do Sonic.
It's just so pointless. Like you collect the rings, You get hit, you lose some rings.
So bad.
So
you
what?
Lose some okay, and then what do the rings do? Like I don't. It improves your score for the end of the game.
But does it?
Yeah, I don't even fucking know. Like I seriously played up to a boss on Sonic Mania. I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that. There's a reason I don't play Sonic. Like that's one of the reasons Sonic's so bad. And then like Matterfall, that's another game. That came out this year too, right? Matterfall, the Housemarque game. Such a fun arcade game. Again, I wouldn't put it in like my top like 5, but like it's a fun arcade game, and like that's all you can really say about it because that is like what Housemarque games are, just fun arcade games.
Housemarque games are great. I played a lot of Resogun.
Oh god, Resogun would have been on my top 5 if it came out this year.
Yeah, and Alienation. I know that came out 2016.
It was 2016. I'm not as big as a fan of Alienation.
Really?
I like Matterfall a lot better.
Okay, Matterfall is more like side scrolly, right?
It's like Resogun mixed with like Alienation.
Okay.
Alienation. No,
yeah.
Not Alienation. Yeah, it's like Resogun mixed with Alienation.
Okay.
That's the best way to kind of describe it. But it's going to be interesting to see what that developer does too.
Yeah.
Now they're done with arcade games.
Sadly.
They just kind of realized that there's not really a market for them, unfortunately.
It sucks because they were really like the pinnacle of
Arcade
those games.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were bad.
No, they're all good. I mean, so like I said, some of them weren't for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's okay. You're okay not to have a game be for you. Like that, don't like, it's okay. Like, I know a lot of people will be like, but you fucking talk shit on Sonic, but fucking Crash Bandicoot runs, like, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I'm just joking around. It's like, it's okay. It's okay not to like something. It's okay not to have something that, like, is not for you. Those games, like, Alienation was not for me.
Yeah.
It was a good game, but it wasn't broken on the servers, but it was a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah, if it's for you, then you probably had a blast.
Yeah.
If you like Dead Nation, you probably had a blast with Alienation.
So 2017.
Did you play Injustice?
I dabbled. I didn't actually play like the full story. I knew someone who had it, and I played with them, and then I played through some of the story. It was all right. I'm not like the biggest fighting game fan, but like I do enjoy fighting games. But like the stories on them usually lack. Injustices seemed like it didn't lack so much.
The first one was amazing. The first one's story.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. This one, it's not as good as the first one, but it does some cool things. Like sometimes you'll be playing where you have like in the story, Green Arrow and Black Canary are going to do something, and like you can choose. You're going to be Black Canary or Green Arrow, and then whoever you choose, you end up getting like a really rare item for them at the end of their little chapter.
Yeah.
And it's cool stuff like that the gear system is really like what puts Injustice above a lot of traditional fighting games, and that's why I was so excited for it. Like, I don't really care much for fighting games. I liked Injustice 1 because it was pretty simple. It's like the Mortal Kombat style, like pretty easy combos and whatnot. But the fact that this one had a loot system and like your gear actually matters and actually looks cool. This was on my list. This is my number 4 game of the year. I just remembered. But yeah, they really changed the game up with fighting games and like made it more accessible to people.
That's cool.
And more interesting.
What loot or not loot? What'd you say? What system?
Gear system.
The gear system.
Yeah.
What's so special? Like what? Why is that special?
Just because like you don't really have gear in fighting games. It's like this is your fighter. Like this is Ryu.
Shit! So you can actually like upgrade like your.
Yeah, you can change their stats and stuff through the gear.
Okay, I'm into that.
Yeah, and like if you have a set of like legendary gear, it'll be like, all right, you have 2 of 5 items. If you meter burn like some attack, you can trigger like a stage transition rather than like having to like hit them with like your back X or whatever, like into the wall, you could just stand there. I mean, it sounds kind of lame, but like I'll give you an example. I guess like the Flash has like a move where you can like dodge attacks, but if you unlock this certain gear, like a couple pieces of gear, if you do the dodge, he'll like parry and then initiate a stage transition because of the gear. It's not really like pay to win or anything, because I mean you can buy loot boxes, but like at the same time, if you're playing online, you can turn off all of the like the improvements and enhancements and stuff, and just have like cool looking gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into it. Okay, and then I kind of realized what my 4 would be. Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like I liked it. Like we discussed this when we were talking about it. It would be my number 4 because that is one of the games I spent one of the most time. Oh wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Good hell, that would be on my list.
Except for
fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, which we talked about.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
I keep forgetting that came out in 2017.
Yeah.
It's because there's so much shit, and this is why this is the best year in gaming. Yes, so
everything gets overshadowed by something else, no matter how great it is.
I mean, just how it goes. Yeah. So my list: number 5, Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Horizon Zero Dawn. Number 3,
Emily is Away.
Emily is Away 2. Number 2, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and then number 1, Cuphead. Which, man,
solid list.
So I mean, again, I'm not a fucking critic. Like, I'm not here to be like Academy. Like, those were the 5 games that I've sunk the most time into and played the most this year. Why did I keep blocking out Horizon Zero Dawn coming out this year? I remember Emily's Away 2 came out this year. But I forget that Horizon Zero Dawn came out this year. That's crazy. But I mean, that game. A lot of time spent into it. We talked about it. Fucking phenomenal game.
Yeah, great game. Great developer. Like Guerrilla out of nowhere, bringing it hard with a amazing open world RPG. Like,
let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get another Killzone? And were you a fan of Killzone?
I was a huge fan of Killzone. Killzone 2 is in my top 10 games of all time.
Dude, Killzone 2 is so good.
It's
so
amazing.
Good, so underrated. And then Killzone 3 is just meh. And then Shadowfall is even meh.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. Shadowfall was so unsatisfying to me. Like, I don't.
It was pretty. It was a good launch game.
Yeah, it was a launch. That's exactly what it was. It was a launch game.
Yeah.
Like, it was a alright game, but like, it's not Killzone. It did not feel like Killzone to me.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. And I'm a huge Killzone fan. Like, I played the original Killzone.
That's crazy. I've never met an actual like other Killzone fan other than me, as you can see.
Yeah.
My Hell Gas helmet.
Love it. Yeah, Killzone 2, and your little stealth guy too, the sniper.
Yeah.
Killzone 2, one of the very first PS3 games I got. Like, I don't know why.
Me too. I think that's just kind of like the Reddit patches on the PS3, especially at the time. Like, the time it was out, it was so much like, if you had a PS3, you were the outlier.
Yeah.
Like, especially in our age group.
If you weren't playing Halo.
If you weren't playing fucking Halo on Xbox 360, you, like, get out of the fucking way. Like, what are you doing? Like, you were the dumb kid with the PS3. Like, I remember how much shit my friends used to give me for having the PS3. Because growing up, it really is, like, that's why the console war is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a kid, you're talking, like, you only have enough money for one thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like, one of the rich kids, which I had rich friends. So, like, they had, like, everything.
I feel it.
But, like, when you were a kid, you get one system, and you ride or die for that system, whether it was good or whether it was bad or the best or the worst. Like, you were ride or die for that system because that's all you had. And the games that you had on it was all you had.
And you just wish that maybe one day you can play with your friends.
Yeah,
but
exactly. And then you talk about like, oh yeah, maybe one day like we'll be able to play like online together.
Get
Call
a
of Duty,
PS3.
man.
Come on.
Maybe one day, man, we'll be able to play in harmony, man.
Yeah.
But no, then it like boils down to where it's like, then you get like it's the same thing with like the political space too right now. It's like you get so hive mentality, like this is my side. This is exactly how you are when you're a kid, because when that's all you have, you go, well, this is my side. So I remember like all my friends being like, what the fuck are you getting a PS3 for? It's like, I'm a PlayStation man. Like I like Crash Bandicoot, like all these.
Crash
like,
will come back one day.
PS3, like and this was at the downward spiral of PlayStation. Like that's when I had a PS3. Like, but even before, when they start coming up with like the Goodwill with like Starhawk and Twisted Metal, and they started doing like awesome exclusive games. Man, Haze is a great game.
I rented Haze.
Haze, I love Haze, and people are over there playing their fucking Halo 3. I'm like, you bastards.
I've played one Halo game. It's cool.
Killzone's
awesome though.
Like I said, and that's what I'm saying. That's what you said. Like Killzone 2 was like your first like game. I remember getting the little like the Bluetooth headset.
Yes.
Fucking broadcast Bluetooth headset.
Yes.
Playing. I just remember getting home from. God, I don't remember what grade I was in when I had it. But I remember coming home, and then like, just sitting down and seriously spending hours into Killzone. And I'd like listen to a podcast sometimes, and then I would just sit there and I'd just play hours and hours and hours of Killzone online. And then I would play in between when I got bored, I'd go back and I was going through the story, and I just remember how much time was sunk into like those maps, and like, man, it was just such a fun like different like game. And then that's when I really knew I was kind of a PlayStation gamer.
Yeah,
it's like they offer you different, unique games.
This isn't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't just shoot each other and that's it. Like, you're doing, like, Killzone, you were doing shit, like, cool shit. Like, remember, like, the assassination mode where...
Oh, yeah, you just stab their eyes out and, like break their eyes.
Yeah, and, like, the...
Oh, you said the online one where it's one guy, right? And you have to go after him?
Yeah. I mean, you could sneak up on them and like do all that too. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The assassination.
The actual game mode.
Yeah, when you had like one person had to hang back in the back, and the whole team is trying to kill him. The whole team is trying to protect him. What other game does that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a different. Like, you hold a controller and you play Killzone. It's like different from any shooter that you've played in the fact that it's so heavy.
The controls weren't great.
It's just.
They don't hold up.
Like, the controls, I feel like, were fine. I mean, you had to switch it around because I didn't like the analog aiming. Which, thank God, they ended up switching that to the triggers.
Yeah.
But you could switch that around on like the original game and play with the triggers, the PS3 triggers that are so bad. But it's so different because it was so heavy and it was so dark and gritty. And then the story on Killzone 2 was so good. It was really about like a race that was just in despair, and that were like on the brink of a nuclear war, and then just shit just gets fucked. And like, it's just, it does a good job of like a futuristic war, like kind of seriousness, and the characters they made you care about. And that's why I didn't like Shadowfall, because you weren't attached to anybody.
Yeah, I didn't care about. It just
felt like
the guy.
You were just walking around in a world of Killzone.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't feel like Killzone 2 where you had your platoon. And you were stuck with your platoon, and you had that annoying fucking jackass guy in your platoon, and he dies, and you're like, oh, thank God. You like everyone
I felt
else.
bad, though.
You like Seven, and you like all the other people in your like platoon, and it's like
Rico.
Yeah, oh God, Rico. Like, it's like such a good story, and you actually care about those characters, and then Killzone 3 happens, and it's like, man, shit gets even more fucked. And then they kill off, of course, like the coolest character, Radek, which didn't make sense in 2. I really wish they would have kept him.
Yeah, when Radek came back for PS All-Stars, I was like,
this is so
he
weird.
died.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's why on my pitch for PlayStation All-Stars, I want a Hellgas soldier instead of Radek, just because that makes more sense.
Yeah, just a random soldier. Yeah. Or, yeah, there isn't really a prominent
icon,
one.
But the icon of Killzone is that.
Just the plain soldier.
Hellgas helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, God, See, and that's what I'm saying. We were both the dumb
Oh,
kids
yeah.
that bought a PS3 at the time when everyone else was so hardcore Xbox. Like, what's up, bro? Like, I have early access to the maps. Like, what do you have? Like, you can play Haze. Like, and then you just
Free online.
and you buckle down. I have free online, and I have printer settings. What do you have?
Blu-ray.
Yeah. That's another thing. And then you get into the controller argument, and then of course Xbox always wins that argument.
That's true. PS3 controller is garbage.
God, I just remember how big of a deal it was, though, like having like the different one. But then when Soul Calibur 4 came out, that's when it was a big deal.
PS3 got
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
And that's when you're like, "What's up, bitches? You want fucking the little green fuck Yoda?
You got Yoda?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yoda can't fight.
Yeah, what up, dude? You want the old green guy?
Yeah.
We got fucking Darth Vader. Like, what's up, bro?" And then you realize no one bought Soul Calibur 4.
No, yeah. No.
Yeah. All right. A lot of ground covered.
Yeah.
This was good.
More than just game of the year.
For real. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I like about this kind of format. It's just like, man, we'll just go on. You want to talk about fucking Killzone for a fucking half hour?
I could go into Killzone even more.
It's so good. So, wait, you never answered my question. Do you think we're getting another one? Like, is it possible that Guerrilla is working on 2 different games at once? Like, I could see them, like, splitting house like Naughty Dog did.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt Guerrilla would be doing it.
Yeah,
that's
me
my
too.
thing.
That's the thing. I don't think Guerrilla would be working on Killzone.
I don't think they want to.
Do we want to see another Killzone? I want to see another Killzone that actually carries off the canon of 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, didn't
I mean, kind of. Shadowfall didn't really. Like, it didn't really. It was like a weird cold. Like, that's the only connection was the Cold War connection. It wasn't really anything about like civil unrest and like the fact that Helgen got blown up. And then, God, another thing about Killzone, those speeches in the beginning of the games.
Wild.
So good. That the speech in the beginning of Killzone 2, that
the bald guy.
I forgot his name. Basically speaks is probably one of the best written, like, even though it was like super like Nazi propaganda.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best like speeches in a video game, like a piece of monologue.
Mm-hmm.
So solid, and then just the way it's delivered too with the music, like Killzone's music's so good, dude.
Yeah, you really like. I don't want to say you feel for the Hellgas, but like,
no,
you get
do,
it.
Though. No, you do feel for the Hellgas, though.
Yeah,
because it's like, man, you've just been shit on.
Yeah,
like, you guys have just been shit on. Oh, and no wonder you guys are fucking evil. And then it's like, and you have these disease that make you fucking look like a old man's ball sack.
Yeah,
and you fucking have to hide in these fucking gas masks. Like, it's so like, man, yeah, good game.
Great
good
game.
Shout out to Killzone.
You know, Guerrilla, they've been making good games. They've been making like great stories for years. It didn't just start with Horizon.
For real. A lot of people really are lost on Killzone. I feel like because they are caught up in the comparison, like, oh, how is this to other shooters? Or
Yeah.
like, how is this to Halo? When really you gotta look at it and be like, how is this as a game? Like,
Yeah.
How is this as a story? How is this as a Killzone game? And I feel like that's really where it shines because Killzone 2 was so fucking good.
Killzone 2 is great.
Well, Eli,
Yes,
it's a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you on, man. This was fun.
it was awesome.
This is a good conversation. We covered a lot of ground.
Oh
Got
yeah,
out of the way. Last week we talked about what's coming up in 2018. We talked about Game of the Year. Personally,
back.
for us, a look back into the
one of the
mess that was
greatest
2017.
years.
Well, okay. First off the top of your head, your favorite movie from 2017.
I gotta say Thor Ragnarok. I've seen it 3 times in the theaters. I just every time I see it, I love it. A little more, I guess.
So good. It would definitely be that or The Big Sick for me. Big Sick.
Have
was
not seen
so
Big Sick
fucking
yet.
Good. You have Amazon, right? Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'm
Go
surprised
fucking
it's on
watch
there.
The Big Sick. Go get your girlfriend and go watch The Big Sick because it is so good.
That's the thing. It's a girlfriend movie. I mean, for me. So I'm waiting for her to say, let's do Big Sick tonight.
Yeah, the romantic rom-com. But it's so good. And then, and then Star Wars, which.
I'm not gonna talk about Star Wars.
Sorry,
I don't know where you stand.
I came around to it.
Okay.
I hated it at first. I was like, what did they do?
Yeah.
What did they do? And then the more I went back and watched it in the theater by myself, which is the first time I've ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else would go with me because they didn't like it the first time. I was like, I'm just gonna go by myself, and I went to the downtown Hayward Theater, and nobody goes to that theater, so it was just me in
empty
the movie theater.
Damn.
At 12 o'clock at night. By myself.
Why'd you go at midnight?
This is the only time I have time to do things, Eli.
Okay.
At night. I'm so fucking busy. I have a full-time job. I have school, and then I have this. So the only time I have myself is nighttime, and then I get so burnt out, and that's why I have a fucking wall of Red Bull. Is because I'm fucking
There's
running
a wall
off
of Red
fumes
Bull
all the time. There is a wall of Red Bull. And then I watched it, and I kind of just sat down and I marinated on it, and it's the first time I don't do this often, and I probably should do it more for important shit and not just Star Wars movies. But I really sat down and phone away and just really thought about the movie.
Yeah.
Which I said, I should do this for things like bills and my life.
Yeah.
But
anything.
Star Wars is what got me to do it. I really sat down and I really thought about it, and I go, they don't give a fuck about what you thought about what a Star Wars movie was. And
they don't. But I don't like it.
And that's fair. That's a fair thing not to like about it. But I feel like this movie did a lot more good than it did bad, in the sense that it really got rid of the shit that George Lucas did to the franchise. The midichlorians, the Jedi Order, pretty much all the tropes that were you kind of pigeonholed the series. They kind of wiped it all out, and I kind of like that, because I like the idea of anyone could be a Jedi. It's not just this midichlorian count in your blood. It's different. The Jedi had it wrong, and there are flaws in the Jedi society.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were allowed to marry, Anakin wouldn't have turned. That's the whole one of the whole reasons of the turn is because well, of course, because he wanted to save the one he loved, but
and also he killed sand people.
Yeah, and he the sand just got to his head, man.
Women, children,
sand.
It's sand. Slice up a lot of sand out there, I'm sure.
Kill all of them. God, what a bad movie. But and then again, the casino shit I didn't like. Nobody liked the casino shit.
No.
It really was. It felt like it was bad. But again, there's a lot of rumors about Poe's storyline. He was supposed to be in a coma the whole story.
Poe?
Yeah. Or not Poe. God
Finn?
damn it. I always mix it up. Yes. Finn.
Yeah.
Dude.
They were the same jacket.
Always mix it up. Finn reportedly was supposed to be in a coma the whole storyline, and Disney said no. Which totally explains the whole nonsense.
Yeah, it's pointless.
That would have been such a better plot line, and it would have been such a more fleshed out story if Poe would have stayed, or Finn would have stayed in the coma.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reported rumor, that he was supposed to be in a coma the whole episode 4 and then come back in 6.
There's a lot you can look into and say, this is what they were trying to do, and take good things out of that, but on its face, it's not good. And I watched it twice. The second time I liked it more because I had lower expectations.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a part of why I didn't like it. It's because I had high expectations for it. But still, just there's so much in it that's not. It's just not good. I don't know. It kind of just it's so disrespectful. That's so
Star Wars, yeah.
Yeah, everything.
I totally understand that. I totally get that viewpoint, and I really don't. I really think that in time, when 9 comes out, 9's really gonna justify what happened in 8.
I wish it didn't have to.
I know. I do too. I really. I think if I would I do it differently. Yeah.
For the longest Star Wars movie, I felt like I got nothing out of it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, at the same time, it's man, this is how Star Wars has always been, killing off jackass villains, fucking badass villains. They always kill off, Boba Fett. he went out like a little bitch. Captain Phasma went out like a little bitch. Like, you've always had this issue. Jabba the Hutt, you didn't know who Jabba the Hutt was. And you always heard about this Jabba the Hutt in 4 and in 5. And you're like, who is this Jabba the Hutt? And then you finally encounter Jabba the Hutt. And he's cool. And then he fucking goes out like a little bitch. The same thing with Snoke. Who's Snoke? Who's Snoke? Who is this character? And you finally get to see him a little more in the prime time, and then he dies. Star Wars has always done this.
I hate the points that you're making because I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if like I'm sure people felt the same way about like 6 and 5, like when all that stuff like happened, because there are a lot of parallels between the two.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's only going to age better. And then, like I said, when 9 comes out, I really feel like it's going to put a nice little bow. Like I said, I would have done it different. I would have made it way more fan servicey than it needed to be.
Not even I don't want any more fan service. We got enough with 7. I just want I wanted it to be more mature than it ended up being.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a little slapsticky comedy.
Yeah.
More than it probably should have been. I feel like.
That's my main complaint, is that it was very immature. Like, I guess it's Star Wars is a thing for kids, but I don't know if it really ever was.
I mean, and that's what's so weird, because this is a darker movie, but it does feel lighter. Like, it's so weird to describe, because like it really is a dark movie. Like,
yeah.
It really, but then at the same time, it is like, it feels weird mixed in with the comedy.
Yeah. Like, the tone really just, it threw me off, and like, I don't know what else to say. It's not my favorite.
Yeah. And then it's like, I don't know. The comedy was always kind of reserved for like the characters like Han and Leia, and then like Luke was the more serious character.
Yeah.
So it's weird to have all of them be kind of the
comic
comedian.
relief. Yeah.
And the droids were never really comedic relief, except for like 3PO saying dumb shit.
Yeah.
That was annoying. But I mean, like, think of the Emperor too. Who's the Emperor? Like, who is like this, like?
Well, we got 3 movies
before that, yeah. But
explaining.
Think before the prequels,
mm-hmm.
which I think made the Emperor 1,000 times cooler.
Yeah.
Who's this dark, mysterious character that we don't see in the first one? We see in 5, and then we finally like get like introduced to in 6, and then he goes out like a little bitch.
Kind of.
Like, you could fucking jump around and be all crazy, but you can't get out of your Darth Vader holding you up
with one hand.
Like, you see like how that doesn't make sense too. How like they're like, there's issues with the old ones, but again,
but wouldn't you want them to solve it with the new ones, you know?
Yeah,
and not just do the same thing.
I get that, and I see that they're not, and that's what I like about this one, because
mm-hmm.
they're breaking away from doing the same thing. Like, there are parallels, there are definitely parallels, but this was a very different feeling Star Wars movie than any other Star Wars movie, and that's what I kind of like about it. And like I said, like with the Emperor, like it's just Darth Vader like picking up and throwing off the thing. It's like not the best ending to that.
No,
like, I could have been a lot cooler. Like, it would have been dope if it was a lightsaber ending, like an actual battle between like Darth Vader and him or something, you know?
But would you? Yeah, I guess.
So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, we'll see. We'll have to come back around on this, because so I think Star Wars was so well received just because it was something so different at the time that those flaws were looked past. And then, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I love those fucking movies. Don't make it seem like I'm like trashing those movies, because those movies are fucking perfect.
The originals?
Yeah. I mean, like, no, we don't mention the prequels. Okay. But yeah, like, they're fucking perfect. With like some like flaws, but the flaws aren't really flaws. And that's what I'm saying is, like, when we're gonna look back on this, because this is something that we have a lot of sci-fi. Yeah. So it's no longer unique. So it is all expectation when we go into this movie.
Mm-hmm.
When before it wasn't. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, we have to let time tell on these ones. And let's see how 9 does, because now it's just going to be back in J.J. Abrams' hands. And I hope he doesn't do like, oh, Snoke's back. Like,
you
I
can't.
But he can, though.
He can,
but I hope he doesn't, because it's such a cop-out thing to be like, oh, he's a half robot like Darth Maul is.
Yeah,
and
give him spider
like,
legs. Come
on, like, you got to go with the canon of what Rian Johnson made.
Yeah, for better or worse, like we're stuck with what happened, and
I totally
we just
get
have
your
to
point.
move on.
I totally get that you're like justified in being like angry, but me personally, I've kind of marinated on it and kind of come around to it, and I'm not gonna really know if I love it or hate it until the next one, which is shitty. It's not a good standalone movie.
No,
It's a terrible standalone movie, but we'll see. It's all to be.
we'll see.
Decided.
We'll see what Disney does. That's my other issue, is that obviously Disney changed things because it has to be Disney,
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Well, yeah, they have a say in things, so it's like obviously, like I said, the Poe thing probably would have been different if they were more involved. So it's just gonna be very interesting and see how J.J. Abrams kind of takes it from where it left off.
We'll see.
Well, Eli, we keep getting into these other conversations, but I love it, dude. It's been great. Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thanks for having me. This is a great conversation.
Yeah, also, this is what I'm saying. This is why I just airing it all out there. Just have it, just two dudes being guys having a conversation.
Couple
you know what
dudes
I'm saying,
being
Eli?
guys.
Just a couple dudes being guys.
Guys
doing
broing,
bro things.
Bros.
Bro dudes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Eli.
Yeah.
Now.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah. No. Eli,
Yeah.
it's been a delight. Where can people find you?
So you can find me on Twitter at ShawDoggy, SHAWDAWGY.
As you can see right here.
Yeah.
Pretty new graphics.
That's my personal Twitter. If you want to hear me every week, check out GridLife Digest. Just go to gridlifedigest.com. We have every link you need there. We got merch if you want to buy some shirts.
They have dope ass merch too.
We have really cool ones. We are putting out a new shirt. I don't know if it's been announced officially.
Exclusive. Chip Tooth exclusive.
Exclusive.
Fuck you, Noah.
Yeah.
You got the scoops here at Chip Tooth Gaming.
He worked hard on it though. But if you like Metal Gear Solid 4, that's all I'm saying.
Go check it out. GridLifeDigest.com. Eli, it's been a pleasure. I'm Mike Doherty. You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior on Twitter. And you can follow Chiptooth Gaming at CTGVids on Twitter and Chiptooth Gaming on Facebook. Subscribe right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Chiptooth Gaming. Go ahead and leave a like, a comment. What did you think of The Last Jedi? What are your games of the year? How would you make America great again? Just kidding. Don't leave those comments. But go ahead, have a conversation. Down there in comments. We like talking with you. I like jumping in there and having a conversation with you guys. Go ahead and share with your friends, because you sharing it lets us get bigger and allows us to do more things and have more shows and introduce more people like Eli here to you. Until next time, players, I'm Mike Doherty, and this is Chiptooth Gaming.